Last time on Illegal Aliens, Good for America, Part 1, we looked at the cost to the American taxpayer when illegals get access to all of our social programs and earned income credit on income taxes. We now will take a look at the level of criminal activity that illegals bring to the United States, along with why Democrats refuse to try and secure our border.
What about the criminal element? Now, I'm not saying that all illegal aliens are violent criminals. Now, even though all illegal aliens are criminals because they enter the country illegally, I just had to say it slowly for the Democrats. You say, hey, there's no such thing as an illegal person. Yeah. I'm only going to address, non-immigration related crime. Now, listen up. This is the meat and potatoes of this whole video. In 2014, illegal aliens made up approximately 3.5% of the population. So 3.5 people out of 100 were illegal aliens. And yet they accounted for over 13.6% of all the offenders sentenced following federal convictions. Now, that's federal level convictions only. This doesn't include arrest. It doesn't include the people that may have done something and didn't get caught. Now, these convictions do not include immigration-related crimes. These are only things like robbery, burglary, assault, sex crimes, and murder. Now, as many of you know, I do live in Texas. This is my home. Thank God. Nothing against any other state. It's just for me, this is home. Now, here are a few facts from my home state. Did you know that in the state of Texas alone, over the last few years, more than 2,000 illegal aliens were deported after committing sex crimes? And again, these are only convictions. Did you know that in the state of Texas alone, over the past 3 years, nearly 1,000 illegal aliens have been convicted of sex crimes against children? Now, these are actual convictions of sex offenses against children, not reports. There's no way to know how many more crimes these monsters commit against our children that are not reported, or that are reported, but no conviction is ever made. Now, honestly, it should make any civilized person sick. Of the 862 illegal alien sex offenders deported by ICE agents, again, this is just in Texas, about 27% were convicted of sex offenses against children. So do we really believe that all of that is just to have cheaper yard work done and cheaper lettuce? Of course not. Now, Democrats are bad and they're often stupid, but are they that bad? Well, I'll let you be the judge. The reason they're keeping them around? There are votes to be gained. Ha-ha! Power! Since most illegal aliens support the Democrat Party because, well, we know how compassionate the Democrats are. Well, to the Democrats and their media allies, a few hundred raped children a year is seen as a small price to pay for the political benefits that come with an insecure border. Mexicans vote 3-1 for Democrats. And yes, I said vote. They actually go out and vote, many of them. They've been arrested for doing it. Don't tell me there's no evidence. There is plenty of evidence. So, why do you think Democrats are so against voter ID, maybe? I wonder. Democrats and the media aren't willing to secure the border to save one single child from sexual assault, much less nearly 1,000. And again, that's only in Texas. Now, when it comes to taking away Second Amendment civil rights from American citizens and legal immigrants, the media regularly exploit the dead with a cry of, if it saves just one child. But when it comes to stopping illegals from streaming over our border to sexually assault and or murder children, the media and the Democrats are strangely silent. Do I hear crickets? So, something to think about. Illegal traffickers are responsible for more than 90% of the heroin in America. Mexico accounts for a very large chunk of the U.S. heroin supply, and nearly all of it is smuggled into this country by Mexican traffickers. Back in 2013, the Obama administration released over 36,000 illegals with over 88,000 criminal convictions, not charges, convictions between them. Now, these convictions included homicide convictions, sexual assault convictions, kidnapping convictions, and aggravated assault convictions. Yes, again, these are convictions, not just charges, folks. Homeland Security admitted that many of the over 36,000 released had gone on to commit even more crimes, including, terroristic threats, lewd acts with a minor, various types of assault, robbery, hit and run, gang activity, rape, child cruelty, and yes, they have murdered both police officers and civilians. They're involved in thousands of DUIs a year, and they need to be thrown out of our country. Look, it's time to revisit the 14th Amendment. Hint, it wasn't put in place to allow any pregnant woman to sneak across the border, have a baby that becomes an instant citizen, and then get to stay here living off of our social benefits in order to not break up a family. It was for freed slaves. Look at the context. We need to draw a line in the sand. We need to stop all future amnesty for illegals. We need very stiff penalties, and all employers should have to use E-Verify or something similar to know who they are hiring. Illegals that use fake social security numbers should be charged with felony identity theft. Look, I really think that these steps would solve this problem, although a wall would certainly reinforce the idea for illegals to stay out of our country. Yeah, I'm saying this multiple times for a reason. I also find it very strange that the Dems seem absolutely out of their mind with the idea that a foreign power can influence American elections. And yet, some Democrat-controlled city and state governments are giving identification cards to illegal aliens that can be used to vote. Wow, talk about foreigners influencing elections. How many illegal aliens voted in the California part of the general election? You remember California was that state that the popular vote was against Trump. We'll never know how many of those people that voted were actual citizens.
I didn't mention why Mexico is so dead set against stopping the illegal flood. In 2013, $23.17 billion was sent to Mexico by illegals. Now, we might stop the Mexican government's interest in sending their people here if we put a 100% tax on money that is wired to Mexico.
So, whether it's about creating a new class of near slaves or a large underclass ready to illegally vote for Democrats, the left will continue to fight against anything that slows down this illegal tide. That's it. Sorry, I know I get cranky, but that's just my nature. Thanks for watching. I do hope you go below and subscribe to the channel. Please tell your friends about it and take a look at my book, Radical Freedom, on Amazon. Just search it out by my name, Kurt Waldrop. If you look for it by the name Radical Freedom, there's a zillion books with have similar names, I'm afraid. If it says that they're out of print, they're wrong. They just haven't updated their software. You can get it shipped straight to your home as soon as you buy it. So this is Kurt Waldrop. Stay free, my friends. Bye for now.